Hi guys, welcome back. All right, we're going to do some reading. So you need your reading hardback and turn to page 100, no, not 100, page 84. Page 84. We're going to talk about some suffixes today. Ones that we've talked about already, so this should be a review. So words with ER, EST, LY, and FUL. All right, so on page 84, I'm going to read, and then we're going to go to page 85 and read some there too. A suffix is a word part that is added to the end of a root word to form a new word. Now, root word is also a base word. Look at the chart below. Think about how each suffix changes the meaning of the root word. So let's take a look at the word sharper. Well, the root word or base word is sharp, and the suffix is ER. So what does sharper mean? It means more sharp. Okay, so it's sharper than one other thing. Teacher, base or root word is teach, and suffix ER, that means one who teaches, a person who teaches. So ER has two different meanings. You just got to make sure you use the correct one when you read the word. Greatest, root word, base word, great, and suffix EST, most great. So this is most great. So it means that it is greater than 3 or more things. Slowly, slow, and then suffix ly, in a slow way. Or you could say it like they said there, in a way that is slow. So remember, ly means in a certain way. So in a slow way is slowly. Wonderful. Root word wonder, suffix ful. And if we remember, ful means full of. So wonderful would mean full of wonder. You can use what you know about the meanings of the suffixes to understand new words. Tip: sometimes the spelling of a root word changes when a suffix is added. The meaning of the root word remains the same. All right, so yeah, sometimes you're going to have to watch your spelling, and we're going to do a couple of those later that change the spelling. So you have to remember your spelling rules, okay? Let's go to page 85. Read the article below. Use the chart to tell about each underlined word, its root, its suffix, and the word's new meaning. Use a dictionary if you need help. All right, so I'm going to read this paragraph. You follow along, and then we'll talk about the underlined words. When Morgan and Marvin Smith were growing up in Kentucky, they were happiest making art at school. They painted with oil paints and made sculptures out of soap. That sounds like fun, right? As adults in the 1930s, they moved to beautiful New York City, one of the biggest cities in the world. The Smith brothers took pictures in Harlem, a lively African-American neighborhood. Their photos showed children playing games and other joyful scenes. They became famous photographers, or photographers, however you want to say it. So we talked about Harlem in our story, me and Uncle Romy. All right, so let's take a look at the bottom there. So we need to find the word. We got to find the root word, then the suffix, then its meaning. So let's look at biggest first. Okay, so if we have the word biggest, what would be the root word? Big, and just one G, right? What would be the suffix? EST. And what does biggest mean? Most big. Okay, most big. So we could say that it is bigger than 3 other things, or 3 or more other things. Okay, our next word is joyful. Okay, base word, joy. Suffix, ful. And what does joyful mean? Full of joy. Okay, so remember, when you have the suffix full, it's only one L. But when you write the word full of joy, the words full of joy, full is F-U-L-L, okay? Photographers or photographers. Okay, so what is the base word? Photographer or photographer. Or photograph, sorry. The base word's photograph, not photographer, because that's what we have here. So photograph, and then the suffix is ER, and they have an S on there, but we don't really need to know the S. So what does photographer or photographer mean? It means a person who takes photographs, okay? Or one who takes, and we can just say photos, okay, for short, because photos for short is photograph, okay? All right, so that's what we did on that page. And now I want you to put that to the side, and I want you to get out your reading workbook. Reading workbook, page 151. And I'll erase my board while you guys are looking for 151. 151. All right, so on page 151, it says read the story, circle the words with the suffixes ER and EST. On the lines below, list those words and write their root words beside them. All right, now, there are 10. I'm going to do a couple of them with you. We have to be careful of our spellings, though, okay? Let's look at the first sentence. We'll go sentence by sentence. Twyla and Carlos walked along the beach. Anything with ER or EST? Nope. Hey, shouted Twyla, look at this rock. It is the shiniest rock I have ever seen. Any ER, EST? Yeah, shiniest. So on line 1, write the word shiniest. Make sure you spell it correctly. Put a comma. And what is the root word of shiniest? Would be shiny. Now be careful of how you spell shiny. S-H-I-N-Y. Okay? This I used to be a Y. We had to change the Y to I and add EST. Okay? All right. Let's continue on our story here. Carlos held out his hand. This rock is shinier, he said. It is also bigger. All right, anything in there we can circle. Shinier, good job. So circle shinier. I hope you circled shiniest too in your story. And what's the base word? Shiny, okay? Make sure you get that Y again. Because shinier had to change the Y to I before I added my ER. And did you see another one in there? Yeah, bigger, good job. So on line 3, we're going to write bigger. And what is the base word of bigger? Big, right? But be careful, just one G. When we do bigger, we have to double the G, right? Because we have to double the consonant. Remember, small words with a short vowel, got to double the consonant, okay? All right, let's keep going. Twyla frowned. My rock is nicer than yours, she said. It is pointier, too. All right, what do you see in there? Nicer, good job. And what is the base word of nicer? Nice. Okay, make sure you get an E there, right? So the base word of nicer is nice. So when I write nicer, I have to drop the E and add ER. So there's my rule of dropping the E and add ER. So in all 4 of these words, we've had to use one of the rules that we've talked about all year. All right, do you see another one in there? Yeah, pointier. Pointier. All right, and what's the base word of pointier? Pointy. And be careful, this I has to turn back to a Y. Good job. Pointy. All right, there's 5 more in there. I want you to pause the video and find them. Okay, so you should have found all 10 now. All right, we did the first 5 together, so I'm just going to start right there in the middle, and we're going to do the rest, okay? I do not like pointy rocks, said Carlos. I like round rocks. Mine is rounder than yours. Rounder you should have found. So you should have written rounder and then round, R-O-U-N-D. So no spelling rules in that one. Well, said Twyla, I do not like round rocks. I like red rocks. Mine is redder than yours. Redder. So R-E-D-D-E-R. And then the base word is red. R-E-D. Okay. Mine is the reddest, shouted Carlos. So you should have written reddest. Okay, don't forget to circle them up there too. And the base word of reddest is red, R-E-D. Children, called their mother, why are you both shouting? You are being the noisiest, silliest children I have ever seen. All right, noisiest, good. And then be careful with noisy. The base word is noisy, N-O-I-S-Y. And then silliest. And the base word for silliest is silly, S-I-L-L-Y. All right, guys, good job. Let's go to page 155. Page 155. We're going to talk about some of our suffixes again. Read the story, find the words with incorrect suffixes. Cross out those words, then choose the correctly spelled words from the word box below and write them above the words you crossed out. All right, I want you to pause the video and I want you to do this page and then we're going to go over it. All right, here we go. Are you ready? It was a beautifuler day. Oh, wait, a beautier day. Let me try that again. It was a beautier day. Does that make sense? No, you should have crossed out beautier and wrote beautiful. It was a beautiful day. The outdoor club members hiked up the mountain. Via was the happier of all. Not happier, cross out happier, and you should have written happiest of all. She was going to hike highest than she had ever hiked before. Not highest, cross out highest, and it should be higher than she has before. Because remember, ER is used when we compare two things. She hiked carefulest, though. She hiked carefulest? Nope, cross out carefulest. Carefully, good. So carefully should be there. She hiked carefully, though. She did not want to fall. Suddenly, Sven gave a shout. I see a bear, he cried, worriedful. Not worriedful, worriedly. Everyone start singing loudful. No, not loudful, loudly, said Miss Packer. That will scare the bear away. Look, called Via, joyfulest. Not joyfulest, joyfully. The bear has two cubs. Oh, they are so playly. Not playly, playful. They are still bears, said Miss Packer, sternest. Not sternest, sternly. They are wild animals and we need to be respectest of them. Not respectful, respectful. Then Miss Packer led the outdoor club members back to camp. All right, I hope you made those corrections. They were kind of silly, weren't they, when you read them out loud? All right, so when you're done with that, I want you to turn to page 150. This is our last page for today. Okay? All right. It says, read the story, circle the letter of the best answer to each question. Underline the clues, in the story that helped you answer the first question. All right, so this is about theme. And remember, we've talked about theme only a little bit. We only talked a little bit about theme. And theme is what the message of the story is, okay? All right, so Allie's wheels. I can't get this go-kart to work, Allie cried. She put down the wheel she had been trying to fit on the cart. I'm tired of trying. Her mother picked up the wheel. It will be fine. You just have to keep at it. But it's ugly, Allie said, and I can't fix it. She ran out of the garage and into her bedroom. That night, Allie could not sleep. She thought about her go-kart. Slowly, she began to think of ways to make it better. She figured out how to attach the wheels so they would not fall off. She decided to paint the go-kart so it would not look so plain. In the morning, she hurried to the garage. Before her mother was up, Allie was hard at work. When her mother came into the garage, she was surprised. Wow, Allie, your go-kart looks amazing, she exclaimed. And look, Allie said, driving it out of the garage, I've got wheels. All right, so think, what is the theme of this story? So what does this author want me to understand about this story? What's the message of this story? So the most important message, is it A, it is easy to make a go-kart? Is it B, even if something is hard to do, keep trying and you may do it? Is it C, stop trying if something is difficult to do? I hope we don't think it's C. And D, having wheels is amazing. So what is the message? What does this author want us to get out of this story? What is the message? It is B, good job. Even if something is hard to do, keep trying and you may do it. All right, so let's take a look in our story here. What do you think we should underline? So what are some clues to help us know to keep trying at something? We know in the beginning she failed. She couldn't do it. She couldn't do it. She got mad. She got upset. She ran out of the garage. Okay, she couldn't fix it. Then at night, what happened? Yeah, slowly she began to think of ways to make it better. So underline that. Okay, that's her telling us don't give up. Even though in the beginning she wanted to give up, and I know for me, I've wanted to give up on certain things, and I'm sure you have too. But if you keep trying and you keep trying, eventually it's going to work. So here, slowly she began to think of ways to make it better. She figured out how to attach the wheels so they would not fall off. Was that her problem? Yeah. So underline that. Okay. So even if something is hard to do, keep trying and you may do it. So if she wouldn't have done these things, would she have been able to do her project? No. Okay, so let's underline those two sentences. Slowly she began to think of ways to make it better. She figured out how to attach the wheels so they would not fall off. Okay. All right. And then let's underline this one, these two sentences too. In the morning, she hurried to the garage. Before her mother was up, Allie was hard at work. So that tells us that not only did she think of the ideas, she actually did them too. Okay. So it all comes, it's all in pieces here. Okay. So you have to think of it. You have to keep telling yourself you can do it, and you have to keep thinking of different ideas to make something work. So it shows that she thought of her ideas, but then it also shows that she did her ideas, okay? So we should have underlined slowly she began to think of ways to make it better. She figured out how to attach the wheels so they would not fall off. And we should have underlined in the morning she hurried to the garage. Before her mother was up, Allie was hard at work. That explains and proves that she kept trying and then started working on it again. She did not give up. All right, number 2. What is the clue that helps tell what the theme is? A, Allie could not sleep. B, her mother picked up the wheel. C, Allie could not fix the go-kart. Or D, Allie was hard at work. D, yeah, Allie was hard at work. That tells us that's part of the theme, right? Okay, guys, so that is it for there. Now, I'm going to send you a picture of this. I want you to fill in the blanks, okay? And I'm going to go over it, but there's that. And this is what I want you to do on your seesaw activity, okay? So I'm going to send you a picture of it, and then you fill in these blanks. So we have the root word, we have the suffix, and then we want the suffix word means what is the word when I put the root word and the suffix together. So if I put nice and together, I get nicer. And what does nicer mean? More nice, okay? So meaning of new word, more nice. Fine plus ER, finer, more fine. Okay? So simple as that. So go through those. And then at the bottom, all I want you to do is circle the word or words that have the suffixes ER, EST, LY, or FUL. Okay? And then send it to me. All right, guys? All right. That is all for reading today. See you soon.